Is it in the frame?
Are we in frame? Okay. Yes, we're in
Bobby.
frame.
Bobby, is it?
Bobby. Who's Bobby?
We watched Martial Law 2.
Yes. I enjoyed this a bit more than the first one.
Yeah, you think
A lot
so?
more action in this.
It's, I'm impressed by the action in these movies.
Yes. A lot less dim mock, though.
Yeah, it wasn't so much about the dim mock. It was just a good mix of karate, some good throws, judo throws. A couple techniques could be considered Aikido techniques. A lot of good. They're doing real martial arts, is what I'm saying. Legit martial arts.
You call it a lot of the techniques that they were doing.
Yeah,
there.
by name.
So I give them props for that.
Yeah.
The action is good. Let's do it. Let's do these shots.
Finally get beer tonight at Paul's.
Cheers. Yeah, we got beer.
Ugh. Still not Bellows.
We're not quite sure if the main dude in this movie is supposed to be the same guy from the first movie.
I don't think they ever really said his name. If
They
they
said
did, it
his
wasn't
name.
memorable at all.
It was like Sean Thompson.
Yeah.
Something like
I
that.
don't think that was
phone
martial
or
law.
something.
Though.
Yeah,
I think it's a different guy.
But the chick from the first
Same
movie,
chick. She's in it.
same one in this one. She's pretty good. She's pretty badass.
She's still badass. I figured she was going to get more screen time.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more focused on her, if anything. But
That was the issue I had with the first movie, and the same one with this one is the lead dude is just kind of there.
Yeah, he's there.
His moves are good, but his personality, like his presence, is just not.
He's
not
his
really
character
cutting it.
seems to just be following the storyline, really.
Now, you came in about halfway through the movie?
Was it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the beginning, there was a sting operation going on at a local park.
Okay.
Some dude was undercover. I assume that was the main guy,
That was
but
him, yeah.
it didn't look like him. Either
how
that
good
was
undercover he is.
Yeah, because this guy looks shorter to me and skinnier, but I don't remember.
It's like he had an oversized coat on
yeah, I
to
mean,
make him look.
he
smaller.
had an oversized coat later on in the show too.
He did have a coat.
I felt like coming in halfway through, I tried to pay specific attention to see if I could pick up what abouts was going on.
You didn't miss too much,
Okay.
to be honest. I mean, it's a lot of these action movies from this time. You got your top dog who's just
Calling shots.
Yeah.
Bad guy running club,
running a club,
and he uses that club
As
to
cover for
basically
traffic, drugs, money,
Women.
guns,
blackmail
Favors.
people.
Yes,
He
blackmail.
gets
Yeah.
basically the guy that runs this club ropes in the chief of police and then another cop by using his bitches to. They fall in love with his bitches.
They still keep doing it. You know what's happening. They're not going to leave.
Yeah.
They're in this for the money.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I would think part of that would be making the guy think that the woman actually cares about him. But there's a point where the police chief actually asks the guy, "When do I get to see her again?"
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." He literally knows
Yeah.
it's a transaction.
Yes.
He's just
He's just
When do
hoping.
He's just mainlining it.
To me, it's another level beyond simping.
Beyond simping.
Super simping.
Yeah, he knows.
super sick.
I mean, we find out he's not getting any because he gets drugged every time.
Gets drugged every time. Doesn't get
They
none.
make out for a bit and then he just passes out. Apparently, he thought it was
Super
that good of a
simping.
time. He was like, "Oh, I don't remember it."
Must have been awesome. I woke up with still my.
What?
I'm
All
gonna be
right,
standing.
put that one to the side.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's See, the problem is that's the karaoke guy's seat.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was already.
Yeah.
It was already on its
There's
last.
some seats back there.
last
There's a seat
legs.
over there if you want to trade it out.
Just stand here for a minute.
Just kind of lean.
We
so
don't
you're
have a
in
lot to
frame.
say on this.
Yeah.
You
it's-
came in and said like you didn't miss much.
No.
A lot of stuff happened, but it wasn't really.
It's not memorable.
It's
at
just,
all.
you know,
it's
Not
more
particularly substantial.
The story is very simple.
Action. Yeah, it's a very simple story.
Somehow you
Tells
spilled
old
my
as,
beer.
as time.
That's just me,
Corrupt
I'm sorry.
cops.
Yeah.
Club owner.
Club owner.
One of my favorite parts was the crony of the club owner, the guy with the
Yeah.
slick back, long
Yeah.
waterfall.
That dude
The wavy locks.
deserved more airtime. Mm-hmm. But when he talks, though,
That's when it's.
you,
that's when he's
you
even
know,
better.
yeah, it's better.
You
But
know
they
how
were like,
bad he is.
yeah,
Terrible.
but they were just like, no, we're trying to make this better than the first martial law. Now there is a third martial law to
Okay.
this. The girl's in this one. I don't think there's hope that she is like the main character of it, but yeah.
Well, one of the things that you brought up was that you had felt like Steven Seagal was absent, or that was a necessary aspect.
It needs a better leading guy.
From a perspective as someone who hasn't watched every classic fighting movie, someone who's only watching it with his friends now,
Yeah.
it personally, as a non-movie snob, it felt like it didn't.
He's a flag where
Non-movie
movie stops.
It didn't necessarily, for just a normie, all right? It seemed like that character fit the bill. Like you said, he wasn't really written all that well. He wasn't this big dialogue-heavy individual. But as far as the fighting is concerned, I was impressed with the fighting.
No, yeah, his
And-
moves
Yes,
are good. That's
yes.
what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah. And I wasn't trying to say that, but from a non-Seagal person, I guess. Like,
It's-
that.
yeah,
It
it's-
seemed like he fit the role just fine.
We're gonna do a Steven Seagal movie next
Yeah.
week.
If
I almost did it a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh, Dark Siege or
Dark
Under
Siege.
Siege.
Under Siege. No, we're not doing Under
I
Siege.
think everyone thought the fighting was really good. I didn't.
No, it was good.
No, yeah, the fighting was
Certainly.
good on that one. It's good on the first one. It's just like if you're gonna have a lead,
You gotta have there's a certain
be a
presence.
fucking lead.
There's a certain
Yeah.
presence.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this guy was he was just lacking it. I felt
Yeah.
like the chick had a better
she does.
presence
Yes.
than he had.
Next week, I find out what the Steven Seagal presence is. That'll be
I
good.
mean, the older Seagals are awesome.
He whispers,
Man,
but sometimes he'll yell in a New Jersey accent.
he's not afraid to smack a bitch around either.
You over there. Come on over here.
Sorry, Steven Seagal looks like Jim Belushi to me.
We're
Yeah.
talking younger.
Yeah, younger
Okay.
Seagal.
Not
Okay.
fat Seagal.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
In his prime.
I'm missing out, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you are.
What made him Seagal?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just old man Seagal, just doing stuff.
Seagal, he made classics in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
But he has continued through his old age to make money, making straight to DVD,
Yeah.
and now straight to streaming.
Yep.
Terrible movies.
Making
He's
enough of
making
it.
a paycheck.
Yep.
And in every one, here's the thing about Seagal, and I know we're talking about martial law too, but I'm going to go on a Seagal tangent. Every one of these movies, he molests an Asian woman.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like every one of his more recent movies is just an excuse to grope a young Asian woman.
Oh yeah.
And he'll have the most uncomfortable sex scenes
I would love to see the clauses.
where
in
he's
his
just
thing.
like
yeah. No, I'm gonna be
getting balls deep.
just grabbing everything. It's for the movie. You can't sue me. It's for the movie.
It's for the movie.
You try to sue me for molesting you? Nope, ain't gonna happen because you signed this clause saying I'm gonna do it.
Now this movie had a little bit of side boob.
There was
You
some
saw
torpedo boob,
a-
I believe
a
was the
nipple.
term.
We were.
Felt let down because we were rooting for a lesbian scene.
It felt like it was setting up.
It was two girls like
Yeah.
okay, so
They bought lingerie.
yeah, well, bought lingerie together. Oh, that looked nice.
The
to me.
one our martial arts girls saved the
Saved
other one
from the
a,
three dudes.
a shitty dude.
Yeah.
And this girl's basically been a prostitute for years. She's sick of it.
She's sick of just working with dudes,
Prostituting, yeah.
and men are terrible.
Men are bad.
She has this woman sweep in,
Yeah,
beat a bunch of dudes up in front of her, and she's like, "I'm gonna buy you some lingerie."
They are the best. They're the best. They're gonna do something.
And then it cuts to her in lingerie.
Yes.
And we're like, "Oh
yes,
shit,
oh shit, it's gonna happen." And then old Snake Man that's been in
Lizard
fucking
face.
every fucking
Billy Drago.
movie. Yeah, Billy Drago.
She drugs Billy Drago, who's the police captain. So the bad guys are setting the police captain up. He wants out. He doesn't want to be in this.
He doesn't want to go back to his ex-wife.
And they even said, "Yo, you want to go back to your ugly ass wife?" No.
No.
You want Tiffany. They drug him. He wakes up next to the girl. They murdered her.
They murdered her.
Classic move.
Classic.
I got a photo of you in bed with this dead bitch, which I never got that. Like, why do they take a picture?
I was gonna say,
this
who
person?
took the picture?
That's how the deep state does it.
Yeah.
Basically, you go to a party.
Yeah.
There's some women at the party.
Yep.
You think, wow, she's hot. I'll bang her. You're a Republican in Congress or whatever. You bang this girl. You bang this girl, and then the next day they go, here's these pictures. That girl's 16.
Well,
now you got to do everything.
I get that, but
now
now
we've got you.
I meant
This is
I'm
how
gonna
they do it.
murder this woman. I'm gonna kill her and lay her beside you while you're asleep.
That's
so
the next
weird.
level.
I mean, unironically,
It's
that's
the
what they
next
did to
level.
Martin Luther.
Like,
This
I got
is how they
drugged.
do it.
That's how
my
they
blood.
do it.
'Cause I don't remember that. I'm pretty sure I got drugged.
That's not
I
going to
got
hold
roofied.
up, though.
But
Yeah, it's not going to hold up in the court or the court of public opinion.
No.
If I was a judge, like, all right, I've seen enough of these movies. Who took this photo of you laying in bed with this woman, like side by
You'd be
side?
like, I would have
straight
banged
down.
her too. I mean, let's be honest.
No, now that is suspect. Who took the photo but then
She's
didn't
16
report it?
going on 25, 30.
No, that's different. But I'm saying like this scenario.
Yeah.
This grown ass woman that's known to be banging dudes.
Loose affiliations, as it were.
This might be the worst review we've ever done. The
I
most
mean-
incoherent review.
I mean, it's there's not a story. You're
It's
you're
a fun
here.
movie.
It's a fun movie. You're here for the action.
Go watch it with your
corrupt
friends.
cops. Guy that runs he runs a club, and he's extorting people. There was a good scene that I liked, and I wish they had gone more into, which was he had in the back of the club they had a fight ring.
Oh,
You had dudes fighting, right?
More of that.
There should have been more of that.
This is where I make most of my money, or this is what I do for fun.
Bring in. I love illegal fight rings with betting. I love that shit. Any movie that does that, I'm like, yes. Any video game, if you're a good JRPG, at some point you're going to enter an arena.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love that shit. Do more of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of my favorite scenes was, I don't know if he got there for it or not yet, but evil boss dude's talking to one of his main bitches that bangs the dudes. He's like, "You're gonna do it." She's like, "I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it."
Tiffany.
With Tiffany. And then it just turns over and like one of his other
yeah.
like straight behind him.
He's like,
Hey.
Right up on him.
he's like, sir, we need to go.
Yeah. Why are you so close to
That's
me?
the movie thing. Yeah, I know. I said that. I said this like last week. I think the only place you see that is talking to a drunk guy in a bar.
Yeah.
Because the drunk guy in a bar is like getting up on you and he's yelling in your face. Or in a movie.
Yep.
They could be having the most normal conversation in the movie, and they're
So close.
They're this close because the camera's got to get you.
The time.
So yeah. So you're like, hey boss, we got a thing over here with the thing.
Why don't you announce it to the whole county?
Yeah.
I liked how much. I would like to make an honorable mention. I liked how many people got thrown from heights.
Yeah.
The last fight, yeah.
The last fight,
yeah,
there, like that woman killed like 4 dudes consecutively by just throwing them. She
a
fought,
badass.
kind of tussled with him for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then boom, get the fuck out of here. Handrail safety.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good,
She's
but
badass.
also we need to remember that 6 feet or above, you need to tie off. It's an OSHA regulation, and I'm not one for regulations, but
Hey,
6
hey,
feet or above.
Before we fight, I gotta
Hold on, I have to tie off on this.
I gotta tie off.
Well,
this
yeah, you're
catwalk,
joking,
catwalk,
but now,
tie
you
off,
know,
Yeah. Before
if
we
a
fight on
woman,
this catwalk.
a woman in a blue pantsuit throws you off a 20-foot fucking balcony, you're joking now, but in 20 feet, you're gonna be like, man, Nick was right.
What?
She wore that pantsuit way better than Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Way better.
Yeah, absolutely. She should be the only one allowed to wear those pantsuits.
All right. Well, you guys want to get into
Scores, yeah.
scores here?
Scores.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give this a 4. It would have got a point if they actually put the lesbian scene in it. I felt like they were going to allude to it. There might even be an edit with it.
Behind the scenes,
They just
Director's
took it
cut.
out. They were like, "Hey, we can't have this. We're gonna."
you're like, we can't get the rating
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
It's too much scissoring.
Yeah, it's we can't get this going.
All this muff
Yeah.
diving, we can't.
Oh my
Because
god.
I think it's gotta be R. It was late 80s, early 90s.
Just looking at her fucking arm dripping over this.
Suit fan.
Oh, that.
For those of
Sorry,
you watching
sidebar.
at home, this woman has got a massive suit fan.
Okay. All right, move on.
Yeah.
So 4.
Yeah.
Lesbian scene needed to be in it.
Yeah,
Then it would
I-
have been a 5 for me.
I was between 3.5 and 4,
yeah.
but I'm gonna go 4 as well because I did have a lot of fun with this movie. The story is stupid, whatever, but there's a lot of good fighting, and what I look for, am I engaged the whole time? Am I paying attention?
Yeah.
If my mind doesn't drift, okay, that's the thing. There's a difference between my mind doesn't drift and I'm fully into it.
Yeah.
I was in between there.
Yes.
You know, and I'm not on the edge of my seat, but I'm not bored.
Yeah, it was like they brought to you, like, after they do a little bit of story, just action for, like, 5,
They hit
10
the
minutes.
fights.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like,
Yeah.
there are points where the plot is not calling for a fight,
Yeah.
but you have the female cop who gets attacked randomly twice
Yes.
for no reason.
Yep.
She gets randomly mugged when she's going shopping, and she just beats the shit out of 3 dudes.
Security comes up later. Hey, I'm all security. Oh, a little late.
Yeah, a little late, girlfriend, and then she like sachets away.
Yep.
And then the other one is in the bar,
Yeah.
and the guy's like messing with Tiffany, and she like
Oh, yeah.
gets him on.
Oh yeah.
So they figured out, they were like, yes, we need to have more action here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go 4 as well.
Yeah.
Martial Law 2, 4. It's a fun movie. The action is well choreographed. They have legitimate martial arts through the whole thing. It's not bullshit. It's good martial arts.
Yep.
So yeah, 4.
I was originally gonna go for a 4.2.
Wait. Point 2.
Point 2.
We don't do point 2.
I do.
It's
My
like-
bucket's of popcorn.
Listen, point 5 is arguable.
Yeah.
We allow it, but we don't like it.
Yeah.
We do it, but we don't like it.
I'm gonna stick with the rest of the boys on this one and say a 4.
A 0.4 now.
No. God dang it. A 4.0.
Okay.
The fighting was really good. I was engaged enough in the storyline to be able to pick it up when I came in half late. We were talking about with the intersections between fighting and story mode, what I've decided is that if my brother's daughter can distract me away from your story, I mean straight up. No, straight up. If my brother's daughter,
If this baby can distract
if this baby
Is
can
this
distract
baby more
me,
entertaining than the movie?
no, 100%.
Valid
Like,
point.
I have made that point
like
before.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because we
Yes,
were watching
yes.
The Fear. I was
Yeah.
like, that baby is getting a lot more attention than the movie.
I was when the fighting came on, I was absolutely locked in.
Yeah.
That woman was throwing people off of balconies, and people's arms were getting broken. It was awesome. I thought the fighting was really good, and having Nathan there to validate the martial arts is always reassuring.
Yeah.
The storyline I felt was lacking. The action made up for it. 4 buckets. Go watch it with your friends, and if you've got a beautiful little girl there that you can kind of hold.
The baby test.
Yeah, the
You know,
baby test.
yeah, absolutely. If you've got
Any
a,
movie
you know,
you could try.
you
the
got a
baby
good
test.
brother.
Yeah. See if you can ignore the baby for the whole movie. That's the true test.
It's hard.
That's
My
how
brother's
good
got a
it-
really
He can't
cute
because that
baby.
baby's over there drooling and then it's smiling. It's like
It's hard.
You
Well,
don't
that's
know.
the thing. Once we have them more, I'm like, no, that's a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good movie.
just think a couple years from now that baby's gonna be talking.
Yeah.
and saying
gonna be-
it loves its Uncle Nick, and
It's-
then they forget about it.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
it's gonna be Uncle Nathan. You're so much cooler than Uncle Nick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe if she's using that bar talk because we told her the opposite names.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what you guys do.
apparently.
He did. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
All
later.
right. Well. So,
It was an awesome movie. I loved it.
All right. Round
Martial
of
law,
fours.
Hey, listen, get that martial law combo from
Vinegar syndrome.
Yeah.
You guys
Vinegar
get that?
syndrome.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah.
Get no discount, but maybe some views.
Yeah.